I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and we're talking with Rhoda Jones with Designer Kitchens and Baths. How you doing, Rhoda?
I'm fine, Tim. How are you?
Doing great. We're here at a project that Designer Kitchens and Baths was recently involved with here at Hobcob Point in Mount Pleasant. Rhoda, just tell us generally about the scope of the project that Designer Kitchens and Baths undertook.
Hi. We just kind of came in, and it was a very small galley-type kitchen that the owners wanted to expand and open up into the great room area. So our job was try to come up with a plan that would incorporate the existing kitchen, open it up, and make it become more a part of the den area.
Okay, and so they wanted to kind of combine the kitchen area with the living room, and Designer Kitchens and Baths was able to help them out with that. And then what else in the house was Designer Kitchens and Baths involved?
We also helped redesign the master bathroom. Again, it was trying to get the most out of a space that you were confronted to use. So it was just trying to get them that nice master suite bathroom without having to expand the walls any.
Gotcha. So a kitchen remodel and a master bath remodel. And let's just talk about the project. There was a load-bearing wall right here separating the two rooms. Is that right?
That's correct. And part of the cabinetry backed up to that wall that we ended up taking down.
And Designer Kitchens and Baths has a full-time architect on staff, and as well as a general contractor. You folks have a general contractor's license, and so you were able to help the homeowners out with the entire project, the design, the construction, and installing all of the beautiful fixtures and finishes, right?
That's correct. And one thing we did, they had a small dinette area. And I think the first thing I saw when I walked in was that, gosh, that would be a great place to move the sink area to. So that also took that area and made it become part of the kitchen as a whole rather than a separate little area over there.
Okay, so just starting off here, we've got this was a load-bearing wall, so we've got the architect with Designer Kitchens and Baths installed a header here to support the wall.
Engineered header, to be. And also, Town of Mount Pleasant requires a lot of plans, so you've got to really provide them with exactly what you're taking out and how you're going to support what's left. So they are, they're very stringent in what they want to make sure that the homeowner doesn't have problems in the future.
So Designer Kitchens and Baths, you folks provided all of the cabinetry here, and that's kind of your flagship. What Designer Kitchens and Baths is known for is cabinetry.
That's correct. We have about 4 different levels of cabinetry, and we chose the Decora here, which is kind of our high-end semi-custom cabinet. And it worked well for this kitchen. It's a very, very well-built cabinet, solid wood, all wood cabinet. Chose a light color. They chose the chantilly, and I think it has an espresso glaze on it, so it works really well with the stainless appliances. It just really complements the appliances then that the owner purchased.
Yeah, everything in here looks seamless. We've got you've got some nice neutral colors, which you can just add whatever what other accessory colors that you'd like. But it's one of those things for resale value. It's always good to keep things neutral.
Oh yes, that's kind of what we advise the owners, is that you don't want to put something in that you're the only person going to like, because you never know what's going to happen in a year, whether you're going to get transferred. You need to make it so that anybody that walks in says wow and would love to have that as their personal kitchen.
Absolutely, and I see you've got the two different. The island is a different color with the cabinetry than the rest of the cabinetry in the house.
That's correct. The island is actually a really, really, really dark chocolate cherry. So same cabinet line and everything, but this is actually a cherry cabinet stained to almost be a black color, and works a little dressier than just the black painted. So it's a little more, just a little more dressy than the black painted would be.
A lot of homeowners have to work with different subs, different suppliers when they're building a new house or doing a remodel project. The nice thing about Designer Kitchens is just about everything you see in this kitchen either came from Designer Kitchens or was coordinated through Designer Kitchens. So it's Designer Kitchens and Baths is able to provide kind of a turnkey project, right?
That's correct. We tell our subs that we're only as good as they make us look. So, we really value our subs. It takes a while to get the right folks that you work with, but again, they can make a company or break it. And we have usually the same crews that are always working with us, so you're not going to get some new person that this is their first job. So
through Designer Kitchens and Baths, the homeowners were able to choose these beautiful granite countertops. Right.
Palmetto Surfacing provides all of our countertops for us, and they did I think this was was it New Venetian Gold? I believe is what this is.
Looks like it. Designer Kitchens and Baths provided all of the cabinet hardware?
We do. We have 4 or 5 companies that they can select from, that the owners can choose their hardware. That's, from the very beginning. We try to have everything picked out, so once we start installing, everything's there for the guy that's doing the installation that he needs.
Designer Kitchens and Baths also provided the homeowners tell me that you actually provided this particular design for the backsplash.
We did try to do the backsplash as being just a compliment for the kitchen. It's kind of, to me, like the matting on a picture. You don't want it to take away from the picture, and that's kind of what we do. Try to make it where it's seamless, it looks good, and it complements the countertop and doesn't conflict, so that you don't know whether to look at the backsplash or the countertop. They may be both beautiful, but you don't want them to fight each other. So, we try to help them to go with a color and a style that's going to, come out looking like they expect it to look then.
Okay, good. Well, appliances, where do all the stainless appliances come from?
All of your appliances came from Wholesale Appliance. Yes, sir. Wholesale provided all the different appliances then, and we worked with with them to get them out here and get them delivered and everything. We take their specs and then make everything fit into our cabinetry.
Gotcha. There was also some issues with whenever you take down a load-bearing wall, you're going to have to, if it's hardwood floor, you're going to have to replace the wood where that wall was. And there were some other issues with the heart pine floors here. Tell us briefly about how you were able to bring in one of your subcontractors and really make all of the flooring match throughout the house.
Right, where we took the wall down, they had heart. I don't know if it's heart pine, but they had white pine flooring. So where we took that wall out, and also there was a peninsula that came across over here, which when that was removed, all of that flooring had to be repaired. So we've got a gentleman that works with us, Tri-County Flooring, that does a fantastic job of being able to finger joint the new wood in and make it so that it's seamless and that you can't tell where the old began and the new ended. They had refinished all the downstairs floors because there were different colors. Every room they maybe had added at a different time. So you had a lot of different colors of finish on the floors in here, and he kind of blended it so that, the whole downstairs became, seamless with their pine flooring.
Quite a few challenges with this project, and the homeowners were dealing one-on-one with you, Rhoda, at Designer Kitchens and Baths, as well as Morel, your architect, and so I would think that would really provide a lot of convenience and peace of mind for the homeowners, knowing that there was one person that was intimately aware of all of the challenges involved with the project.
That's correct, and they were kind of on a real tight schedule in that we were trying to get them out of their rental house. They had bought this house and closed and wanted to get in as soon as possible. So I think it was, about 2 months, maybe 8 weeks that we worked from ordering the cabinets from the date we started planning it until the date it was finished. So we were trying to be respectful that they needed to get in as soon as they could.
Well, that's fantastic. That's a very short turnaround time, and it's nice to know that for our listeners that people can. It's not. You always hear about projects stretching on and on and on, and this you were able to get in and out in 2 months. That's fantastic. Well, what else in the kitchen would you like to touch on before we head over to the master bath?
Probably let's just walk over to the sink area and. Realized that in the previous, this was a dinette area. The windows came all the way down basically to the floor. We took those windows out and raised them high enough with new windows so that we could have a new, move the sink and the dishwasher and all into this area so that it just expanded the kitchen to be a really, really nice large kitchen area.
Okay, Rhoda, tell us, we're in this beautiful master bath. Tell us about how Designer Kitchens and Baths was able to help the homeowners here.
Hi. We ended up taking the wall down between the water closet area and the sink area, which opened the room up tremendously. Took the tile all the way up, the travertine tile all the way up to the ceiling, which again makes this small area seem a lot more expansive. Put the new semi-frameless glass surround in, and just they have a new rain shower head, and then they've also got the handheld. So it's really a first-class shower.
So Designer Kitchens and Baths helped out with the travertine tile in the bathroom and also on the floor. And tell us about these beautiful countertops here on the vanity.
The countertops are made by a quartz product made by Cambria, which is actually made in America. Same as your granite, only a little bit more durable than the granite is. And they have some, again, the real dark chocolate cherry vanity cabinets, which really offset the light tile.
So the all of the tile in here, where did that come from?
All of the tile came from Melser Tile. We work with them a lot. Also the little glass, and you'll actually see that some of the tile in that accent tile is actually a little stainless steel tile, which kind of complements and stands out with the fixtures in the bathroom. So it's really a neat, just kind of sets it off and gives it some pizzazz in that shower.
And then the quartz countertops, where did they come from?
Palmetto Surfacing did the countertops. We used mowing. We tend to use mostly mowing plumbing fixtures, which I think these all came from Mull-Offs Downtown. But again, we kind of let them choose a style, and then we are responsible for getting it together for them.
Okay, now we're speaking with the homeowners, Dave and Marie. Tell us about your experience with Designer Kitchens and Baths.
We had a great experience in working with Rhoda and Morel. They were like family within a couple of weeks. Just felt really comfortable working with them from the very beginning, and they really understood our vision for the house. So it was great experience.
Super. What about how did it impact you knowing that Designer Kitchens and Baths had an architect on staff and they had a general contractor's license, and you'd be working with one company versus several?
That was really important to us, actually. We wanted a one-stop shop. We wanted someone, we knew we were going to have some structural changes. We wanted a dramatic change. There was a lot that needed to be done in this house to get it up to where we wanted it to be. So working with them, and that was a huge value, a big benefit to their group.
Yeah, because it's not always as easy as just replacing the countertops or replacing the cabinetry. In this case, it required tearing down walls and reconfiguring plumbing and electrical and all that.
Yeah, sometimes folks, take it on as a do-it-yourself project, and they go from room to room over years, and then by the time you get back around, the one room you did is outdated. So we really wanted it all done right before we moved in, and they were able to push that through because they had so many resources.
Great. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I would highly recommend them for any project.
Absolutely.
That's for sure.
Yeah,
so we love them.
Okay, great. Well, we've been speaking with the homeowners here at a great designer kitchens and baths project here in Mount Pleasant. I want to thank you both for inviting us into your home, and thank you to Rhoda Jones with Designer Kitchens and Baths.